One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One of the main staples of your career, and it continues to be a staple given the fundraising results that are coming out of Coral Gables right now, and you and Coach Rick obviously are working hard on an indoor football facility, which is a key piece to the competitiveness of that sport nationally and in the ACC. Walk me through your background in terms of mentors that you may have had from a development and fundraising standpoint, and how your mind started to wrap around how that's done, how fundraising is done appropriately in our business.
I guess maybe to answer the second question first, I think how it's done appropriately is creating great relationships and being able to ask for a gift. And sometimes at numbers that in life you don't think of people being able to give away that type of money. But through the relationships and through an understanding of what's important to them and how they want to, whether it's leave a legacy, make an impact, whatever reason it is that they have for giving, how they want to do that. Again, I think you learn that through great relationships. And so for me, I guess going to the first part of the question, really my building relationships started at the University of Miami in ticket sales and getting involved with people in the community, whether it was bringing out groups, putting events together, and selling season tickets. From there, I recognized what was going on within the department and really wanted to get involved in fundraising, and was given a great opportunity at the University of Nebraska to officially be in a development type role, even though when you're in ticket sales, obviously with priority seating and everything in athletics, I think ticket sales people are usually some of your biggest fundraisers and some that do the best job of identifying new prospects for the development people on staff in athletics. So again, having the opportunity at Nebraska, then to be able to come back to Miami to help raise money for the on-campus convocation center, now our basketball facility, is something that continues to grow, and just working with different people throughout the process. Patrick Nero gave me my first job in athletic fundraising and really taught me a lot about the fundraising process and really building strong relationships and so much of what goes into success. Bill Byrne obviously gave me my first job at Nebraska in athletic fundraising, and I think Bill was someone who really had a great understanding of running an athletic program and an important role that fundraising played in it. Did so many great things there, and it was a very educational time for me. To see others that I worked with at Miami in different capacities. Mike Lynch was someone that worked with me and that I worked with that really brought a lot of great insight. And then going on to Providence College and Bob Driscoll and just the energy and passion and everything that Bob brings. And so really trying to pick up so many little things from so many different people, probably a long list I could go through of people just that I have admired in the business that, in talking to them, it's trying to just pick up little things that they do that make a difference and make them successful, and going to NAD and really growing up through NAD and NACDA and the great things that they do with that organization, going around to all the different roundtables and listening to all the people that speak. So many people in my 20 years now of working in the industry that I think have had an impact on me, and many of them probably don't know it. It's just little things that I saw and how they approached and really took things on and were successful and tried to apply those to what I do.
Let's switch gears a little bit and talk college baseball. And of course, Coach Morris's squad made it to Omaha once again this past season. And maybe the new ACC network, both linear and digital, will continue to help baseball gain greater exposure. Can baseball for you guys, can it become a revenue driver over time, or has it maxed out to a degree? And you guys have great attendance, of course, there on campus. But what's the future for college baseball from a financial standpoint?
I think it's going to vary from institution to institution as to what role baseball will play. Obviously, it's a successful championship that we have through the NCAA and College World Series is one of just a few championships that make money, and I think that carries over to a lot of campuses. I don't know that it'll ever be a revenue driver for institutions. I think it's a situation where it can be revenue neutral and maybe a revenue enhancer at certain institutions. But again, for us at Miami, I think it's a situation when you look at the costs associated with putting together a first-class baseball program, and baseball is very important to us. It's our most, I guess I'd say, our most successful program if you look at it from the success we've had with the NCAA tournament and winning championships and just what we've been able to do. But it's not one that I look at as a revenue driver. I think it's one more where we look at it. It's part of our student experience. It's part of who we are at Miami, and it's important that we continue to do what we can to enhance that experience. And obviously, winning is important to us, and it's been great to be back in Omaha the last 2 years. But I'm as proud that it's been, I want to say, 43 straight years now that we've gone to the NCAA tournament, which is an NCAA record for any sport. So just to look at that long-term, consistent success of our program, it really says a lot about job Coach Morris has done and Coach Frazier before him in terms of building that program, and Coach Morris is maintaining it, obviously winning it at the very highest level. And for me, it's just working with our coaches to continue to provide the resources to have baseball be a successful program for us, because it's really a part of who we are. When we think of the University of Miami, college baseball is something that is front and center.
So one fun question to finish. If you could only choose a single book to keep on your desk or next to your computer at all times, and it's the only book you could turn to when you're thinking about how to move your department forward or personally, whatever facet of your life, what's the one book, if you could only choose one, you would always have next to you?
Wow, that's a tough one. It would probably be one of Maxwell's leadership books. I have too many of them to remember all the titles and how they go, but it'd be one of John Maxwell's leadership book. I think as the athletic director, one important thing is to really be able to lead your people. You have so many people that are driving for greatness, whether it's your students, or your coaches, or your staff, and being able to bring them all together in one direction, I think really requires you to be a great leader. And so for me, it would be, I think I've read a number of John Maxwell's leadership books, and it would definitely be one of those. Any one of those, I think would be great.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.